Hello my friends and welcome back. It's Hong Kong. It's episode 3. Let us proceed. Just off the docks you spot a sea-worn man with a smile that's almost too wide for his head. His teeth shine white against the thick black bush of his beard. His clothes are a myriad of colours, patterns and fabrics, a smattering of cultures draped across his body. If there's anything he's clearly advertising, it's the extent of his travels. See something you like? His voice is coarse, like steel wool on your eardrums. Come and get it, because now's your last chance. Everything is on sale. You won't find prices like these anywhere else, my friend. You from around here? No. Not here. Plans to leave these waters as soon as I wrangle up enough supplies to do so. Leans towards you, voice lower, breath surprisingly free of alcohol. There are things happening here. Locals call them dreams, I call them evil. And I don't want no more of that. What do you dream about? Does it matter? All I remember clearly is how I felt during and after. Drained, as if these dreams leached away some of my good years. No more of that. If you know what's good for you, you'll leave too. You really think they're that bad? No doubt about it, they're evil, alright? And things like that will only get worse. And if they don't, you'll never forget them. The feelings, the thoughts, they set into your mind like a stain. Requires spellcasting 1. This is your ship, becomes your hideout. The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint. Newer but somewhat weathered characters have been painted in such bold brush strokes and read bolt hole. Thug taps his earpiece, gestures with his head. Auntie Chang said you'd be coming. You can pass. Uh-huh. Okay. To the walled city. Kowloon Walled City, the most densely populated spot on Earth. Nearly 40,000 people crammed into 7 acres of chaos, poverty, disease and vice. Self-contained city that collects no taxes and provides no city services. Stagnant water sits in temporary wells. Trash lies piled on roofs for controlled burns. Improvised structures lean dangerously over populated areas. It's the ideal breeding ground for all manner of illicit trade. Drugs, gambling, black market trade, meta-human trafficking, and everything in between. The only law is triad law. Now you need to enter this septic system of a city. Find a triad enforcer named Strangler Bao and deliver a message. From Kindly Chang. Aha. I have been gifted some spells. Very helpful. Carter's armored vest. Somehow we managed to recover her. We managed to recover her inventory. Funny how it lags. Okay, let's go. At least you can organize your inventory in this game, though. Foul, oily water rains down from above, mixes with the filth and offal and swill of the streets, turns into a flowing slurry of unrecognizable sewage. In the distance, the sounds of back alley activity add to the ambience at your arrival. Breaking glass, the crackling hiss of garbage fire, the faint screams of terror, punctuated by the occasional gunshot. Sex and business and violence and misery blended into one. Wu winces at the stink, waves a hand in front of his face. Raymond said that prosperity is in the walled city, but I don't see it. Why the hell would you want to set one foot in this place? Who knows? He said he'd have to be insane to travel to the walled city. As I think we said, it's the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Yes, you did say. Maybe the worst in the world. She does her best to suppress a shudder. Can't keep the dread from creeping into her voice. I can't believe I grew up here. Ha! And I'm glad I brought you. You know the place. I wish that I didn't. She peers up at the catwalks and sky bridges that connect the rotting tenements' sagging architecture. Frowning, she points to a spot in the distance. There was a market over there when I was a kid. Might not be a bad place to start. Thought you knew where to find Strangler Bao. I do. We need to get to the Lotus Den. That's what Bao calls the little island of control that he's carved out for himself here. It's a stupid name, but it's stuck. He'll have guards posted at every entrance, but we might be able to find a way through them, around them, through the market. That's what Kindly would prefer. They probably aren't expecting anyone to come in force. Kick in the door, drop the guards, hand over the message, and get the hell out. Kindly doesn't want them dead. She wants them to remember where their loyalties lie. It's tough to remember much of anything when you've got a bullet in your head. I mean, we could kill them if we really wanted to. Technically, Bao's the only one who has to live, but I'd rather keep Auntie Cheng happy than piss her off again. We might kill him, we might kill him, we might kill him. Great, I have the illusion of choice. If they don't try and kill us, they live. Got it. Let's get this done. Why am I naked? Carter's armored vest for some reason makes you naked. Provides 2 armor. What is it? An armored bikini? That is a funny bug. Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? Prosperity, I don't know what that means. Any news here? Anything interesting? Interesting here? No, nothing changes here. Nothing changes. Strangler Bao is a big man now. He is very important, you know Bao. Yeah, we'd love to meet him. Now he requested a suit, and it only took 1 day longer than expected. Bastard refused to accept it. See your friend Bao, tell him that he still owes me for my time. I don't sew for nothing. You can't eat air. Get right on that. See that you do. And what else do you want? A young woman lies on the ground. She's a bloody mess. Streaks and splatters of crimson crisscross her blouse and mat her hair. Judging by the quality of her clothing and the bag on her shoulder, you make her out as a student. She's at a place here as a librarian would be in a game of urban brawl. She struggles to move. She's clearly exhausted. Dark circles in her eyes tell you she hasn't slept in days. When the woman sees you heading her way, her face hardens. You can see her hand slip into her jacket pocket, but she studies your faces. The fear in her eyes give way to curiosity. You guys don't look like you're from around here. A hacking cough shakes over, her eyes remain fixed on you. What happened to you? She better keep her eyes open. Predators, I'm okay though. The blood's theirs. Thought I'd rest here for a minute before I got back to work. I'm a student at HKU. She glanced around watchfully over your shoulder, the buildings looming above her to the windows nearby. Doing some research. Gotta finish before I can leave. What kind of research? Field work. Been taking readings and gathering stories from my master's thesis on the Feng Shui in the Sixth World. What does Feng Shui have to do with the slum? Everything, I think. Absolutely everything. Rich people hire geomancers to design the interiors of their homes, attune them just right to achieve balance and harmony. The poor have nothing like that. Leave a slum to fester long enough and you get this. She glances at her surroundings, a look of profound disgust on her face. I think the negative Feng Shui of places like this affects the people who live here. That it changes them in a fundamental way, makes them less capable of breaking out of the cycle and getting out. That's what I'm trying to prove. Before the awakening, people thought of Feng Shui as a philosophical system. Now in the Sixth World, it's more than that. It's actually a form of magic. The whole thing revolves around Qi, the invisible life energy that binds every person, everything together. It's very real here in Hong Kong. Nobody knows the reason why. Maybe it's only real because people believe that it is. The important thing is it's a measurable, quantifiable phenomenon. There's an entire industry that's grown up around it. So how's the Qi in this place? It's wrong. All wrong. Feng Shui in the old city is completely screwed. I mean, look at the place. You can feel it, right? You feel like something was wrong the minute I walked in. Bad Qi, huh? Qi needs to flow. Positive Feng Shui allows that to happen. If Qi gets pent up and trapped, it goes sour. That's what's happening here. The woman clears her throat and lets out a hacking cough. The effort requires a moment for her to recover before she speaks again. You know, I hate to admit it, but I could use some help. I started running an, well, I guess you'd call it experiment of sorts, nothing conclusive, just a few quick trials to support my hypothesis before I go into hardcore data gathering mode. There are only a few things left to do. If you could finish them for me, I could get out of here. Please follow the notes on this sheet. Just say what you need us to do. I need you to make adjustments to the area's Feng Shui. My notes will tell you how. The goal is to remove sources of friction to record the results. My hypothesis is that even small adjustments can have a measurable impact on Qi flow. If I'm right, it should improve and life here should get just a little bit better. See what I can do. Do you actually have to read those notes? My naked guy running around, so funny. Wires are sparking dangerously just above the doorway. Isabel, can you fix this? Sure, it's just basic electrical work. I patch cables in my deck all the time. Quick patch job with some nearby waste rubber leaves the wires safe once more. Show me what you're selling. Meh. Too expensive right now. I'm not really built for summons anyway. Market stall has been picked clean, its owner replaced by a pool of dried blood. Pile of filthy rags lie here, heaped on the ground. Man's shirt encrusted with dried blood and grime. Swelling sensation behind your eyes tells you something is bound to the cloth, a spirit of some kind. You could use your abilities to beckon it out of the rags if you wanted to. The air above the bloody rags shimmers. Slowly something close to man-shaped coalesces into being. A soft voice echoes out from deep inside, as if it began somewhere else. What is this? The spirit peers at you through eyes soft and unrefined as poached eggs. Where am I? Kowloon, the walled city. His expression changes, moves from lost to found, still. Raises his hands to examine them, blank eyes sweeping over dead flesh. How? What's the last thing you remember? The last thing. I was pushed out of my shop, hunted through the alleys. Bao and his men. I wouldn't pay them, wouldn't accept their protection. Proud, I was too proud. They tore me apart, butchered me like a duck. It searches the sky, the ground, tearing at the memories inside itself. It relives its own death. A network of deep cuts opens on its waxy skin, splattering black ichor onto the ground. Cold light within it grows brighter. It pulses up the thing's throat and into its mouth, forcing its jaw to unhinge like a snake's. A burning radiance pours out of the spirit's mouth like vomit, splattering on the ground in an ectoplasmic flood of anger and despair. Maybe you can help us. Help? I can. Get us past Bao's guards into the walled city so we can find him. I had a friend, a smuggler of animals. He had space hidden, secret. Yes, spirit, tell me about the secret space. An entrance in the sublevels. A chute, a door, red paint and numbers. 5465. Okay, I presume that going that way triggers the fight. Guess it's not back here anywhere. I'm pretty sure when I did this, my first playthrough, I just went loud and just hosed them all down. Nothing like having a naked dwarf running around in the rain just for that extra +1 armor. Well, I guess it's not here. I just walk past them. You come home, a heavily muscled triad soldier, screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. The punk wags a cheap disposable cred stick in the old man's face. The white plastic case would look cheerful if it weren't smeared with blood. This isn't enough. You got two options, old man. You can find a way to pay me all the money, or you can drag your bony ass deeper into the wall. Find a spot for yourself there with the pimps and the predators. They should find a nice use for you. Your choice. It's not fair. I can't just pack up and leave. I've been living here for 22 years and die. Is this how it's going to be? Fine by me. He's out cold. Oh, it's one of the repair points. Some tires have been set aflame and been burning for some time. The smell is awful. Isn't this one of the areas we need to repair though? Burning tires past market. Oh, I think you're meant to put them out with a water spirit. Which I don't have. That'll do. Alright, second repair complete. Maggots churn within stews of unidentifiable ingredients. A tubby man with twice broken nose glances up at you from a pile of gun piles. He offers you a gap-toothed smile. Nice firearms here, good for protection. You got a husband or wife, got kids, keep them safe with one of these beauties. Quality is guaranteed, your satisfaction is everything. You want to buy? Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? If you're an organ legger or a gun runner or a triad, it sure as shit is. Otherwise, you're looking at a hand-to-mouth, meal-to-meal existence here. The last thing I need to repair. Alright, let's not talk to him. Duncan, can you give me a hand with this? Sure thing, shouldn't be too hard. Flow of water ceases, less clean water will run off into the streets now. Hey, a free point of karma. Do I go back and tell her the job's done? Done. Thank you so much. The young woman sighs with relief. She opens up a flap on her satchel, reaches inside, produces a plastic sheath. I'm not magically active, so I can't see the flow of key in the area, but I got these test strips, little sheets of paper embedded with key-sensitive bacteria. It's a close relative of Fab, but it doesn't see much use outside of Hong Kong. She pulls a strip out of the sheath and holds it to the air. Within seconds, it turns the ink black. She lets out a dejected sigh, her eyes shifting from the strip to her watch to the strip again. She looks utterly defeated. Damn. Making adjustments for a week now, trying to get the key to circulate better. Nothing seems to work. If anything, this one went bad even faster than the control strips I took when I got here. Any idea why? No, it should work. I followed the text, done everything right. Key here is rancid, that's obvious, but I swear it's even worse than it should be. No wonder this place is so disgusting. That's it, I'm getting out of here in a little while. Gotta tell my advisor about this. Thanks for the help. Hope you don't stay long. I sure as hell won't. I can't get over the naked dwarf thing. What an amusing bug. I mean, how weird that you get Carter's stuff anyway. Or that you could wear it. I mean, she was an elf, I think. Is this not it? Hang on, before I touch any of that, that password should have worked. I guess it might be for this door. Aha! I had a free point of karma. Oof. That's one hell of a spirit. God damn. He doesn't have he does not have Overwatch. Thunder and ball lightning. Before I do that, let me just check this other computer and see what it does. Tell them belongs to Bowers people. I bet we can get something useful out of it. The Matrix. Is the steak tasty in the Matrix? Yes it is. That's why I choose the Matrix. For all my tasty steak needs. Oh. That was dumb of me. I could have sworn it wasn't there, but anyway, whatever. How far does that one reach? That far. Can you attempt to hack the IC or force your way past it at the cost of additional system trace? Oh, I think you have to guess the code, don't you? I actually cannot remember how to do this. Oh. It's just that. Switching to numpad. God, you can tell I've done data entry. Pay attention. 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4. 1. It's 3. I don't know why I keep doing that. Hang on 1 second. 3, 8, 1, 1. 3, 8, 1, 1. I don't know what was going on with me with that last one. I just suddenly just couldn't think. It's very weird. Very weird. Oh well, whatever. I mean, one of those was really easy. It was something like 1131117 or something. For some reason, I just couldn't... just couldn't do it. It's very weird. But anyway, whatever. It's done. I think I'm supposed to chase this one. Nope. Go! Oh, that was close. Pretty sure you have to go along the top for the final area. Okay, that's when I should have gone. But it doesn't matter, I'm through. Man. I don't know, man. I was in the zone there for a while and I was just pumping them out without any trouble, and then I got to the last one. And my brain just switched off. Oh, now I have to do more of this thing. Oh, it didn't... Okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention to that one, so let's just skip it. The key is not responsive. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What was the first number? 914366. 914366. 913941. 913941. 3297325. 3297325. One of the keys on my numpad is not responsive. That's why. I was like pressing a button and it didn't go through. And then I was pressing the next button and it was failing, and it was like short-circuiting my brain. I need to clean my keyboard. Oh well. Hasn't every gamer said that? Oh, I need to clean my keyboard, and then like 3 months later the keys get worse and they're like, I need to clean my keyboard. Don't we all need to clean our keyboard, and then we just don't? Mechanical keyboard will not save you if it ends up full of gum. Actually, the real issue is that I just don't use the numpad anymore in my day-to-day. Very few games use a numpad. In fact, this is the first time I think I've used the numpad on this keyboard in, well, eons. So it's probably not even dirt, it's probably just dust under there. That's fine. But I'm not going to go that way. I just did it to get all the data. Right. That's it for now, as we are out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.